Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Monday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. I have an interesting subject that the Ascended want to share with us today. Why do you need your mind and body? Very important consideration. It's not complex. It's not difficult. But it's very important that you understand why. Why do you need your mind and why do you need your body? Because sometimes your mind and body can be very disturbing and distracting and annoying and frustrating. It can be emotionally waving back and forth. And the reason you need it is to recognize and learn the distinction between you, your mind, and your body, which many of you have not made that distinction. You believe you are your mind, and you believe you are your body. As a result, it's very difficult for you to consider or evaluate your mind and body from the perspective that you might find it trapped in. You find yourself trapped in your emotions. You find yourself trapped in the sensations of your body, feeling like you are somehow a prisoner to your mind and body. It's quite the reverse, though. Your mind and body are your servants. They are designed to serve you. So why do you need that mind? And why do you need those emotions? And why do you need that body? And why do you need your memories? Because they give you the opportunity to remember through self-reflection that your mind and your body are not who you are. Yet many of you play the cycle of birth and rebirth and rebirth. The cycle of reincarnation goes on and on and on because you have not learned to differentiate yourself from your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, and your biology. Many of you keep assuming this is who you are. As a result, you keep looping back in birth, life, rebirth, life, rebirth, and you repeat the cycle, many of you, for countless lives, through countless forms. And so you actually need the annoyance of your mind, and you need the sensations of your body for the purpose of remembering who you are and awakening to the realization of who you are. Thoughts that are disturbing and distracting, persistent and uncomfortable emotions, sensations that come and go. One moment you feel good, the next you do not. These are all opportunities for you to make the distinction between yourself, your mind, and your body. It's a very healthy schizophrenic state you want to get into, where you realize and are able to distinguish between your thoughts, your emotions, your memories, and your physical organism. That these are simply instruments through which you begin to regain and reclaim and remember. The word remember means to join together again, to bring it together, to remember, put it back, put yourself back to yourself, instead of living in the separate nature of the body and the separate nature of the mind, which consists quite simply of thoughts, emotions, many of which of these emotions come from your body and its impetus to survive. For those of you that have learned the function of reason, what we're saying here may not be that important to you as you are learning to function creatively in this world. But one can have a great deal of wealth and one can have no wealth at all from a material standpoint. But that does not mean that you know who you are and where knowing who you are is going to lead you. Your body has led you into this world, and the sensations of it let you appraise and understand what is going on here. But the only reason you need your mind and body is to remember who you are. You are not your thoughts. You are not the sensations. You are not the memories, nor the anticipations that are formulated by your body from your mind. So why do you need that body? To remember, to use it as a mirror, to look upon it, to recognize that this interesting little substance called flesh is truly under your direction, or at least it is designed to be under your direction. Of course, many of you have beliefs and ideas that somehow what the body experiences in terms of sensation is more significant than what you are as a sentient being. And yet, many of your masters have demonstrated very clearly that the body was not necessary for the process of ascension once they remembered who they are. Then the departure was a departure of love and not of fear. You cannot leave this dimension in anger, in fear, in guilt, and you cannot leave this dimension with those energies. You will be bound back in the cycle of rebirth. If you attempt to leave this dimension out of rage or frustration or fear, rather than recognizing you are not your rage, you are not your upset, you are not your emotions. When you realize from self-reflection that the emotions and thoughts you have are not what is defining you, unless you so allow them to do so. If you choose to identify with thoughts or identify with emotions as yourself, then there will be confusion. You will not be looking upon yourself as you are, but rather upon the distorted reflection in the mind and body, mostly that which has been presented to you to believe from this world. And yet, in any moment, any one of you has the capacity to look at a thought, to look at an emotion, to observe it, to watch the body, how you can direct it and control it, to refamiliarize yourself with your true nature, which is being able to assert creative consciousness over the mind and over the body for the purpose of your own awakening, your liberation from enslavement to the endless cycle of the mind and body, the birth and death and rebirth again. As we've said, many of you have done this many thousands of times, lifetime after lifetime, seeking, wondering, what is it all for? Why am I here? What am I doing? Why I have these thoughts? Why I have these emotions? And yet what you need to understand is that you are not your thoughts. You are not the emotions. You are not the body. These are instruments that when you begin to correctly distinguish yourself from mind and body, your ability to use the mind and use the body, your ability to use the mind, to use emotion, to use the body creatively and effectively for the purpose of your awakening and your liberation from the enslavement to the devices that you are here to learn through. Your mind and body are ultimately simply devices that you can use to awaken yourself. And anytime you sit in quiet observation and watch your thoughts and watch them, oh, that's a very interesting emotion. That is a fearful emotion. Oh, and there is anger and there is guilt. Oh, there is happiness and joy. You recognize you can observe these states as equally as you can get lost in these states of being. But the one getting lost in the states of being is not the states of being. And in that moment of conscious reflection, of watching emotion and watching thought, in that position of awareness, you can begin to get a glimpse or a glimmer of yourself as you are. The undistracted, undisturbed, immutable soul that you are, the eternal living light within the form. You can begin to remember what you are. From the beginning step of quiet observation, that you realize, oh, I have a thought about that person. I have a memory about that. You are aware that you have them. You are aware you have them, but you are not them. Then the exploration shifts from the evaluation of mind and body for self-discovery to the reflection upon yourself who is observing mind and body. That you can observe that you are observing. Then who are you then that is observing? Who are you then that is observing? When this line of consideration begins to emerge in your mind, you begin to step out of the costume of the personality and begin to realign yourself to the nature of what you are. But it is just a beginning, for you still have to learn to manage and utilize, to place into service your mind and body, that they do not diminish you or restrict you, that you utilize mind and body for the sole purpose of awakening, and of course, doing service to others, to articulate the expression of your true nature to the world. Once you make the distinction between thought, memory, emotion, and biology, and yourself, when that distinction is made, then the nature of yourself begins to emerge out of the murkiness of your mind and the distractions of the body and the persistence of emotion. When you begin to emerge from them, you then have a different demeanor, a different respect and appreciation for your mind and your body and for others. You begin to awaken to your true nature, which is a function of life. Your true nature is a function of life that only you can come to know directly. Others can offer you ideas and information that could cause you to consider who you are that observes the thoughts. Who are you that observes your emotions? Who are you that can observe the sensations of the body, that it is in pain or it feels good? Who are you that is able to make those evaluations? And so you need your mind and you need your body for this process of awakening, for this process of discernment, of remembering fundamentally who you are, and remembering that clearly and distinctly, not having it as a theory in your mind or something you've studied in a book, but from your own direct experience of your being, liberated from subjectivity to thoughts, emotions, memory, and concerns about the future. Much that is in this world today keeps you ensnared and trapped in your emotions. It keeps you ensnared and trapped in distractions away from yourself and into the sensations of this world, the mental interpretations and judgments and evaluations about what is going on around you, and you stay trapped in that. Many of you stay trapped in the outside world, rarely being given the opportunity or choosing the opportunity to go within, to step back and say, There are thoughts, there are memories, there are emotions, and there's this body. I have these things. They are not you, but you have them. And you have them for a very good reason, that you can begin to awaken. And there are many events and circumstances occurring in this world right now that are extremely distracting, keeping you on the edge of your seat, leaning into the world, trapped in the ebbs and flows of emotional uncertainty, wavering back and forth from pleasure to pain, from contentment to concern. Much in this world keeps you trapped in it, trapped in your mind, trapped in your body, rather than utilizing mind and body as nodes of expression of your true nature. That the true nature of your being is fearlessness. It is love. It is compassion. It is gentleness. Your true nature is immortal and eternal. Your true nature is peace and clarity and reason and playfulness and discipline while you are here. These are some of the attributes you can cultivate in the separation from yourself by the wearing of the mask of your personality. There can be confusion and uncertainty, the belief that somehow there is no way to change what is occurring in your experience. But that is just the delusion that has been given to you by your mind and body until you realize that your mind and body are instruments for you to utilize in the application of your own liberation from the distractions, from the fear, from the polarities of pain and pleasure. Which does not mean when you transcend the polarities of pain and pleasure, you do not go into a non-feeling state. You go towards bliss. Bliss, which is the recognition that you are creatively unrestricted in your capacity to alter and affect conditions of time, space, and matter, as that is what the creating intelligence does, that which manifested the order of time and space that you and your scientists can so effectively observe. That consciousness that orchestrated that has no concerns or fears. It recognizes its creative capabilities and therefore it lives in a fearless creative state. And you yourself have this same and wondrous opportunity to utilize your mind and body to liberate your soul from this cycle of birth and death and rebirth, the cycle of reincarnation. That cycle will end when you begin to question, as we have suggested, that you begin to observe your thoughts, your emotions, and your memories. You begin to evaluate how you manage your body, how you treat it. You learn to consider, who am I that can change what my mind thinks? Who am I that can change what my body does? Who am I that can alter the flow of emotion and regulate it and moderate it? Who are you that can do that? Who are you that can observe your thoughts? Who are you that can observe your emotions and say, oh, I'm aware there's anxiousness? Who are you that can make that observation? Who are you that tells the body to get up, to get down? Who are you that tells the body to get a drink of water? Who are you that can do that? body is the perpetual Pinocchio upon the strings of your consciousness, that you can lift the arms and legs. You are the secret behind the secret. You are the being aware and alert. And the only reason you need your mind and your body is so that you can remember this. And when you remember who you are, and you learn to differentiate yourself from the structures of personality and biology that keep you in the illusionment of pleasure and pain, when you begin to remember who you are, then there's a natural, spontaneous function from the consciousness that knows that by its own nature it is creative. You are literally made in the image and likeness of the divine creator. But you cannot know this until you can make the distinction between your flesh and your thought and your emotions and your being. Many of you have learned to use reason creatively to reorganize and restructure elements of time and space into cities and mechanical things and technologies. And you learn to manipulate matter and time and space to very small and somewhat limited degrees. But what about the consciousness that bestowed upon you that knowledge to do so? Who is that bestowed that knowledge upon you? Upon your mind. From where did all your knowledge and wisdom originate from? From whence did it come? And so you only need your mind and body for the purpose of learning to remember who you are, and then to function creatively from your being and not from your personality. Such things as power, authority, and control are only conceptions based in survival. War, greed, these are all functions of the consciousness of survival based primarily in the mechanisms of the body, which wishes to survive and be safe and to be comfortable. But your great armies stand not as a testament to your power, but as a testament to your enslavement to matter, to the body, to the urges of the body, to the desires of the flesh. And many of you stand enslaved, but that enslavement is coming to an end. There is a great awakening unfolding on this planet right now. There's a great awakening unfolding upon this planet right now. Many of you are beginning to realize that the same game, a different day, is just not sufficient enough to be fulfilling or meaningful to you. That violence and aggression, greed and avarice, the endless dissatisfaction with the misbehavings of the body, the insatiable pursuit of sensation for the sake of sensation alone in order to attempt to elevate yourself to a higher state, repeatedly being disappointed with useless orgasms and unnecessary distractions. The growing discomfort cannot be sustained anymore as you begin to awaken yourself to the realization of who you are. You are not that body. You are not its impulses. And many of the thoughts that you harbor in your mind have nothing to do with who you are, but serve as reminders to reflect upon yourself as to who you truly are. Emotions that disturb and distract you, mere distortions in the mirror that you can recognize, that is not who I am. I am not this rage. I am not this fear. I am not these things. That is not who I am. These are elements, constituents of the mind and body. And in this process, you need the mind and body to make that distinction, so that you begin to know who you are. Not as a structure of personality, although that does have value, because once you know who you are, you can restructure your personality so that your life can be far more pleasing and dynamic and exciting, because it will be one of a function of your creative nature rather than a function of your survival nature, as many of you live from survival rather than creation. And yet you have this wondrous opportunity now to awaken, to use your mind and body the way they were intended, as instruments to realize yourself. How to use mind and body purposefully, intelligently, and meaningfully to move towards immortal satisfaction in your being, rather than the temporary satisfaction of lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Immortal satisfaction. To remember who you are, as you are. And this is why you have a mind and a body, for the sole purpose of remembering who you are. And you may get lost in the pleasantries of the sensations of the body and the interesting and exciting considerations that you can fill your mind with, but they will never compare to the endless and immortal nature of your true self. But you must use your mind and you must use your body for the purpose of awakening. Do not get lost in them. Do not be too lost in how good something smells or tastes, or some pleasantry of thought or consideration or idea. Do not get lost in them, but learn to evaluate and utilize your awareness of them to remember who you are. That is very important. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Someone said, Dolores, hi, Dolores. At 7 years old, I have a clear picture of who I am not. Are there teachers, leaders, healers, or am I on my own for this? This is a really great question. I've asked that question myself. You come to the ultimate realization that when you know truly who you are, you recognize you are both the Alpha and the Omega. That form and flesh will no longer define you, and you shall not be trapped in the cycle of birth and rebirth again. When you truly know who you are, when you come to a position of truly desiring what you're saying right now, if you truly know who you are, you have no concern, no fear, no worry, no doubt. For how can that omniscience, that omnipotence, and omnipresence have any fear whatsoever? How can you have any fear when you know truly who you are? And in the contentment of your being, the concern you have right now is, how then do I leave this? How then do I leave this in the correct manner? There are many mystics in what you call the eastern part, the great East, that understand this path that you stand upon the edge of, the place between being and the cycle of birth and rebirth. Go deeply inside. Close your ears, your eyes. Go deeply inside to that place of well, there is no mind, there is no memory, there is no emotion, there's strictly being. Let go of the tethers of the flesh and the mind in your meditations. Let go of the tethers of your flesh and mind, that you can go into the nature of your being. In that place, then, you'll understand the meaningless nature from that perspective of the mind and body. When you truly know this, you will know You are not your mind. You are not your body. You are soul. And there is a consciousness that you must now seek when the mind and body no longer hold you, sway to them. There is a consciousness that in your meditation you can begin to pursue. You can reach away from this world into the infinite. Seek that within you that watches you. Put your mind and body aside and seek that which watches you in your meditation. Seek that which watches you. When your thoughts and your body are no longer holding your attention and you are being away from this world, there's a point where it is not so difficult to achieve this. But at that point where you are no longer distracted by the world, seek, and you shall find. Surrender to that greater self, the last vestige of your separation from it. You can do this. Wow. That's a great question, Dolores. Thank you. Hi, good morning, everybody. So happy to see you, William. Oh, hi, Kathy. Good to see you. I'm very well. Thank you for asking, darling. Hi. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the badges. Appreciate it. Mucho apreciado. Thank you for liking the live, Anna. I really appreciate that. So yeah, this is an ascension channel. Our focus is predominantly on ascension. Thank you for that wonderful butterfly. Thank you for joining. Glad you're here. Wonderful. Good morning, Amanda. Good to see you. Yeah, it is a beautiful day, Daniela. Yeah, for those of you that missed the 102, for those of you that missed signing up for Masterclass 101, Masterclass 102 starts in about 3.5 weeks. So you got 3.5 weeks to register for Masterclass 102, which is a course that will teach you how to begin the process of mastering your mind and body, of learning and experiencing exactly what the Ascended were just talking about. How you get yourself into a place where your mind and body are not dragging you through your life, but that you are walking through your life using them as companions as opposed to being your masters. Your emotions are not who you are. You need to learn to operate your thoughts and your emotions as an act of your own volition. Most people can't do that. A lot of people cannot control their own thoughts and emotions. How do I learn what I am? Dolores, sign up for Masterclass 102. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and sign up for, go to the shop or courses area and choose Masterclass 102 Liberation. It will put you in touch with who you are in a very short period of time. This masterclass is for those of you that are really fed up with the dogging of old emotions and your thoughts running on all the time. Your past memories is interfering with you. Anxiety about the future. This course is designed to help you release old, past, dense emotions from both your mind and your body, because emotions affect your body. Emotions of joy, emotions of sorrow affect your physiology. And you need to know how to let them go, because they do not serve you. Sign up for Masterclass 102 Liberation. Don't waste any time. If you want to get out of the cycle of these emotions perplexing you and hounding you all the time, you want to take that next step into your divinity, your awakening, who you are as a spiritual being. Masterclass 102 Liberation is literally that, is a liberation of your soul from the mind and body's confines and constraints of old beliefs and ideas. Good morning, Drusilla. Good to see you, darling. Hi. Last Saturday, I had a severe abdominal pain that lasted 1 hour. What caused it? What can I do to avoid it? Kidney stones, apple cider vinegar is what I'm being told to tell you. I'm not a medical intuitive, and I'm certainly not a medical doctor, but that's what I'm being told, that you had a kidney stone. And apple cider vinegar in with your water every morning will help to break down some of the things that allow those things to formulate in the body. That's what I'm being told to tell you. What if you missed the 101? If you missed the 101, that's okay. 102 is also one of our entry-level programs. You can always go back and repeat the 101 at a later date and time, but sign up for Masterclass 102 now. Don't waste any time. You did not come into this world to be overwhelmed with emotions and anger and fear and uncertainty. You came here to learn who you are. In Masterclass 102, the Ascended Masters that teach that program through me and others will guide you very simply and easily in a 3-step process that lasts 3 weeks. 3 simple steps that you can take over a 3-week period. And by the end of the first week, you will notice a significant difference. You'll learn how to meditate in this class. You'll learn how to use the energy of the Kundalini through the body. You'll learn how to harness the power of your soul to orchestrate transformation and change over your thoughts, your memories, and your emotions, so they won't be hounding you all the time. It's an amazing and powerful course. Don't waste any time. If you missed the 101, then get on the 102, right? They're 101 and 102 are both entry-level programs in our 4-tier program. So you want to get in now. Don't waste any time. This is one of our favorite courses. We usually get a lot of repeat students that come back. They go up to higher levels. It's really amazing. Hi, Amanda. Good to see you. Hi. Could you please tell me if I will find a job really soon? Hi, Lindsay. Yes, I can tell you that you will find a job really soon. I can tell you that. And what you need to do now is you need to feel that. Think of the words in your mind right now. You asked us a question. Will I find a job really soon? You asked us this question. Now change your question into a statement and notice the difference in the energy that happens within you when you make the statement, I will find a job really soon. Think the statement, I will find a job really soon, and feel the energy of that thought. And then go back to your original question. Will I find a job really soon? And feel the energy of that thought. Recognize the distinction between the structure of the thought and the energy that each creates. Your question presupposes that there is uncertainty that will unfold because you have a question mark of energy on it. The question mark is not just a question mark, it is an energy. But the statement, I will find a job really soon, is also an energy. Each are very different energies. Can you feel that? Choose the energy that is most favorable to the result. I will find a job really soon. So in this context, we can say to you, yes, you will find a job really soon. Wow, great question. Dolores, sign up for Masterclass 102, Awakening. Meditation is one of the foundational elements of Masterclass 102. If you don't think you know how to meditate, by the end of the first week in 102, you will have a very good foundation for building up on top of very profound meditations. That's one of the core requirements of the 102 is you have to learn to meditate. And you're given very simple, easy instructions to follow. The requirement for meditation is very simple. And yet we've had students that leave their bodies, that find complete bliss, that have years of frustration, anxiety, just leave their bodies. And there's a 3-step process over 3 weeks that leads you to that place of understanding the function of meditation. Because Dolores, you need to understand how to get your mind and body out of your way so you can begin to reconnect to that life that you're seeking to know that is not of this world. right? And meditation is essential. It's an essential tool for achieving that. Go sign up today. Don't waste any time. WilliamMichaelForbes.com. Hi there. Good to see you, Lindsay. You're very welcome, Lindsay. Hi. Anything from my guides for me? Hi, Pumpkin. Hi, Adrienne. Good to see you. I like the Pumpkin name. It's something I used to call my daughter when she was very small. Yes, from your guides for you. I don't know if you're familiar with the practice of toning, that is, of making sounds with your body. Adrienne, it's important you make some time today to make certain sounds with your body. You can start, I'm being told you can start with the musical scale. Do, re, mi. Use the musical scale to find the note that you need to focus on today. Do, there's different sounds, different frequencies that you need to tune into. And they're telling me to tell you the scale, the musical scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, contains a frequency that you need to connect to today. I get that the lower range, do, for you might be really powerful, do, but go through the scale, like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Go through the scale. I'm a terrible singer. But go through the scale. I know I've never been a singer. But go through the scale and find the note in the scale that feels right in your body, and spend a few minutes throughout the day, every now and then, just singing that note or making that note with your body, okay? I'm being told to tell you that that note is going to retune your body to something that you need to retune your energy to, right? So you need to do that. You need to retune your energy to that. Hi. Hello, sweet fairies. I have to go have a bone density scan tomorrow. I'm a bit nervous about driving and leaving the house due to my health. Will things go well, please? Sweet fairies, if you heard the other question that was just answered from somebody on TikTok, listen. When you ask questions, there's nothing wrong with asking questions, but sometimes you can ask a question that produces an energy that will give you a result that you don't want. So rather than asking the question, will you be fine going to the bone density test tomorrow, make it into a statement. I will be fine going to my bone density test. Feel the difference in the energy of the statement versus the question. Will I be fine going and getting my bone density test? Or I will be fine going and getting my... Feel the energy difference. Thoughts and words are energy, and they formulate functions of creation. That's what they tell me. Our thoughts form structures of energy, which are functions of creation, right? I have time for a couple more questions. I've got a guest coming. I need to be prepared for them. Sign up for Masterclass 102. If you're listening, don't waste another moment of your life. This is the simplest, easiest way, the easiest course you'll ever find to learn how to let go of old emotions and to restore your mind and body to the place where they're serving you rather than enslaving you. It's not meant to be a difficult process. Your mind and body are instruments that you are here to learn to use and harness for the purpose of remembering who you are and then doing your service, your function of creation here. Thank you for that crown. I really appreciate it. Baja, I broke up with a guy. Did he ever care about me? You already know the answer to that. Oh, you're very welcome. Hi. I had a realization. This is from Lena. I had a realization last night of what I need to do and immediately saw 11:11 after. Confirmation? Yes, it's confirmed for sure. Do it. Don't delay. Also, sign up for Masterclass 102, you'll learn to connect to your guides and angels in a very different way. Most people are looking for signs in the world, 11:11, 12:12, this bird thing, this hawk, and all these things. You can look for signs in the world and they can be very valid. But you have a direct and intimate connection inside. You need to learn to go inward, because the outside world can be deceptive. The outside world can be confusing. The outside world can be chaotic. You need to go within. Masterclass 102 Liberation will teach you how to liberate yourself from the world, reconnect to your inner source, your inner light, your inner knowing, your inner being, and learn to regulate and moderate your own mind and body as an act of your own free will, instead of waiting for the world to make you feel a certain way, which is what most people do. Maybe something out there will make me feel a certain way. You need to learn how to do that from the inside out. If you understood how incredible you are as a spiritual being, as an entity, as a soul, the light that you are, if you get a glimpse of that, you'll never want to put the world first. You'll put yourself first, and then you will give to the world from that self, because who you truly are, loves, is good, is righteousness, is just, is kind. You'll be a very different person for this world. The world needs good people. Wonderful. Hi. Oh, thank you for those hands. I love that. That's wonderful. I've never seen that before. I still call my daughter Pumpkin. That's cute. Wonderful. There's something I've noticed with artificial intelligence and subjugating. Will it help us stop it? Artificial, if it's intelligent, listen to this. If it's intelligent, it's not artificial. Remember those words. If it's intelligent, it's not artificial. The same intelligence that's in the bird is in you. The same life in the tree is in you. The same life that's in your brother or your sister is in you. The life in the dog or the cat is in you. It's all together. It's all interconnected deliciously and beautifully. I got enough time for one more question. I'm starting to have vivid dreams involving my senses. Is this something to be concerned about? It's something to be excited about. It's something to be very excited about. It means you're moving into different dimensional realities, which you can do. Your soul is not bound by time and space. Your soul is not bound by time and space. Sign up for Masterclass 102 Liberation, and you'll learn to understand what that means. And not only that, but you'll learn how to harness what's happening. Your other senses are becoming active. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. The dream is about these other senses that you have and everybody has. You have the 5 senses of the world that let you sight, see, smell, touch, taste, hear. And you also have these other senses that let you perceive and comprehend the invisible world. That let you see and comprehend the invisible world. Well, I think that'll be it for questions. I just want to make one more statement. All the darkness that has been plaguing mankind for thousands of years is in the process of a tremendous collapse. All the greed, the warring minds, all the darkness that you've seen plaguing humanity for thousands of years is in a total collapse, because the light is returning to humanity. The divine is restoring itself. The ascended masters, the angels, the archangels, God, if you want to use that term, have returned to assist us in making corrections. And I want to wish you a wonderful and a joyful day, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you on the Wednesday edition of Shortcut Soul. Remember to like, subscribe, and share if you've enjoyed the material you've heard here. If you want to offer support to this channel, you can go use the Linktree link below any of my videos and support the channel. We'd love that. Very helpful. But like, subscribe, and share, please. It helps this channel, and it doesn't cost you, and it's going to help somebody else. Other people need to hear what you've been hearing. If it's touched your heart, there's thousands, if not millions of people out there whose heart can be touched by what you could share with them from our channel. Thank you so much. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day, and I will see all of you guys on the Wednesday edition of Shortcut for Soul. Bye for now.